Hey guys, it's Rush. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the channel. There's been a lot of talk about buffs, nerfs since the update arrived to Street Fighter 5, the new Season 5 as they call it. So a lot of you guys have been talking about what I want to see for Ken. If I'm completely honest, I really am enjoying this iteration of Ken. I think it's actually really good. I just think that a lot of characters probably do stuff that's better than Ken does. You got to take into account that some characters have been buffed for the roof, Ryu, and other characters still are decent with some of the changes. So yeah, I'll talk through 5 changes I think, quality of life buffs, tweaks I think Ken could use in this new version. But yeah, sit back, get a drink, and enjoy the chitter chatter of the wishlist. Okay guys, welcome to the video. I'm going to run through, I think it's only like 5 really, 5 changes, actually it's 4. You guys probably won't like what I'm going to say, but if I'm completely honest, I think Ken is fine in this game. There are a few things that I wish were a little better, but generally I think once you really tap into this character's strengths, he's not bad. Like, okay, at the highest level, he's probably not going to win that many events because he's not top tier, he's not high mid. To me, I think he's kind of mid, but I've been told by numerous people, and I can see their arguments that he's low mid. But the thing is, you've got to take into account with this game is even though you've got the tier list, the gap between the tiers is ever so small. Okay, fair enough, top tier versus bottom tier, it's significant, but like your A tier, your B tier, your C tier, as you go through those tiers between each one, it's a very small drop. I mean, you've got warlord character players for every single character, and that says a lot about the investment those players have put in and knowledge they have of the game. You'd be surprised, like, forget about the character's ability and your ability, how much knowledge of the game do you have as well? That's a really big factor. So yeah, you're going to be disappointed with this video if I'm honest, if you think I'm going to give Ken machine guns and rocket launchers. But it's just a few quality of life things. This is probably the most significant one, number 1, and that's EX Fireball. So EX Fireball, as we know, is +1 on block outside of V-Trigger 1, the regular. Just regular Ken, non-V-Trigger. They changed Ken's back medium punch from 4 frame startup to 5 frame startup. Back medium punch is a very powerful tool. It's a very good attack to interrupt attacks, and you get like a knockdown as well if you confirm it. I think it was a good move to move from 4 frame to 5 frame, but this now causes a problem where I cannot pressure after EX Fireball against characters that have access to a 3 frame. So you get a trade, and that's all you get in there. Unless if you've got V-Trigger 1 stocked. Oops. You can then do like it's Tatsu into V-Trigger 1, safe on block, and getting conversion on hit. My theory, my opinion on this is I want to get pressure for spending a bar, especially in the corner as well. So I want to be able to frame trap with, I mean, let's change Ryu to do a 4 frame attack. So this is the pressure you get against characters that don't have a 3 frame. If Ryu does that now, I don't get a fat lot. Okay, I do. I don't know how consistent that is, but even if I just got stand light punch, stand light kick, you can see there, I don't get 2 hits like Itatsu, so I've got to kind of commit to something like that. So yeah, the reward is nice. I can't say it's not nice, but I want that pressure against characters that have access to a 3 frame in that situation. I spent the bar. I'd like some pressure, please, is all I'm asking. Capcom, please. So that's number 1. Let's jump into number 2. Okay, guys, so I'm actually quite lucky that I chose Ryu here, because out of all the characters that have a 3 frame, you can't punish this. How funny. But yeah, stand heavy punch. It's interesting how Capcom have made this -3 on block. I heard an argument or like a point about it, the fact that you get so much reward off this in neutral, but then again it is whiff punishable, it's slow, it has a lot of recovery frames, being heavy of course, So it's already like not something you want to throw out too much. But some characters, Kafakuma, can actually punish this close quarters. So he gets a 3-frame punish. You can do light punch into like your Tatsu, into heavy Tatsu, I think, things like that nature. So it's not safe to use this, and I believe Kami's CA is actually 3-frame startup, so she can punish this as well. You don't even have to be point blank, I think. That's punishable. I think it should be -2. The situation, the problem you have is if you score a knockdown and the opponent backdashes, you want to use this to catch the backdash. If I set Ryu to wake up jab, for example. No, actually, backdash, sorry. Not wake up jab, backdash. But I want to catch him and convert off it. I want an option like that. But the thing is, I mean, it's fine against Ryu because you can't punish it. Some characters can't punish it because they don't have the range on the 3-frame. But if I did that against Akuma, he'd actually punish me if you just blocked a heavy punch. So there is reason for going for the heavy punch meaty, but I don't think there should be any risk using that. So it's good to know, given where we are now, it's good to know your options against that. So Ryu, for example, you can do that freely, you can't do anything. But characters like Akuma, you've got to be aware of the fact that he can punish it if you go for it. So good players will punish it. They will know it's -3 and punish it. So I'd like that to be -2. That'd be on my Christmas 2021 Ken wish list. Okay, let's drop into number 3. This is a V-Trigger 2 thing now. Okay guys, number 3, I can't really illustrate this because I don't know how to cause the situation to happen, but basically there's times when you use V-Trigger 2, specifically level 3, where the juggle is just weird and you don't know what follow-up to go for. So I can't really replicate it. That's fine, so that's a perfectly fine situation, but there is a way for Ryu to, well, the dummy to go behind you. And you can still get conversions, but the conversions are really odd when that happens, so I can't figure out how to demonstrate it, unfortunately, for this video. But like, this looks consistent now. Maybe Capcom have heard me moaning about this, but I don't really know how to cause it to happen. Oh, there we go. There we go. You see that? You see that? So it's very weird. It's very hard to make it happen, but when it does happen, it causes... I'm glad that's just happened actually during the recording. Your follow-ups become really like... You've got to be so ready for that to happen. Like you see, that didn't happen then. But this can happen in all kinds of situations, not just this situation. I mean, this isn't a regular situation you'd go for. But when it does happen, it's very frustrating. It's fine. So I think what I'm trying to say is just for number 3, it's just some consistency on the juggle. I'd actually like to see a rework of Shinryukin. I'd like to see more like, if you guys ever played X-Men vs Street Fighter, Marvel Superheroes vs Street Fighter, I love the column of fire look of the Shinryukin in those games. I think if it looked like that and it had a static like animation, should I say, so like a fixed animation and a fixed knockdown with it, level 1, level 2, level 3, it would normalize the situations, you know, it would make them consistent, so at least then you know what follow-ups to go for. Sometimes with V-Trigger 2, like honestly, it's a mix-up trying to go for the follow-up. Like I think I said this on stream before. You know, like for those few seconds the opponent's airborne in a juggle state, you think you're going through about 1,000,001 situations. Like, is that going to drop? Should I do this? Do I have to delay this situation? Have I got the right meter? You do it and you whiff, and you're just like, oh my god, I should have just done nothing. It's really frustrating. V-Trigger 2 is a really good V-Trigger. I do like it, but this is the one thing I don't like about it. So number 3, some consistency with the follow-ups with V-Trigger 2 is all I ask. It's all I ask. Okay guys, so number 4 is invincibility frames on Ken's heavy punch DP, EX DP and his CA. It's interesting with Ken. All 3 of those moves, he doesn't have a large amount of invincibility frames. Heavy Punch DP is quite a good tool for going through fireballs. I'm not going to say it's great. EXDP is a much better tool, but the problem with EXDP is it doesn't have many invincible frames to go through the fireballs. There's many times you can use EXDP in situations to blow up gaps in pressure. Because it lacks invincibility frames, you will get a couple of hits of the EXDP and then you will collide with the situation you've just tried to challenge, leaving you sometimes in a punishable state. You don't get the knockdown from the EXDP. CA has a similar problem where it doesn't have... I mean, I can understand with CA because if the animation's triggered, it completely ignores what's just happened. But yeah, if these situations can lose in a number of instances in matchups. It's very difficult to illustrate this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Akuma to wake up EXDP. I'm going to meter EXDP him, but just delay it a little bit. Our EXDPs will collide, and you'll see that even Akuma's EXDP versus Ken's seems to beat it out. We're a bit too late. There you go, you can see that. Akuma has more invincible frames, and that's not even with me looking at the frame data than Ken when using EXDP. Doesn't have enough invincible frames. And if I was to pull out the app now, I think I roughly remember. I think it's on like 5 frames of invincibility, 6 maybe, from frame 1 upwards. It's not great. It's not great at all, if I'm honest. And I think that would help Ken present some of those options. So that, again, going through fireballs is really good for Ken. It's something I use a lot now, but like I won't use EXDP to go through fireballs, regular EXDP. I will only really resort to V-Trigger 1 EXDP because it has so much better range. Let's get Akuma to do that. It's probably worked, to be fair, but it's... Let's try and go through the fireball. See that? See, that's like a situation where I am reacting to it, and you can see I'm getting a trade. Now, the reason V-Trigger 1 EXDP is better is because Ken travels a lot further forward, so I still don't really have much invincibility, but I travel through the fireball. Look at that. But you can't really do that with non-V-Trigger EXDP. It's really hard. Heavy Punch DP, I think, is better for that situation. But yeah, EXDP, like the thing with Heavy Punch DP is you may not get a knockdown, but you'll still get the DP, so you'll be in a crush counter state. So that's why Heavy Punch DP is not that good. Still haven't really fixed that. So that's a problem. So I think that would be a good way to resolve that. Right guys, number 5, last but by no means least, is my everyone that watches my stream know how much I complain about this. Stand heavy kick, if you didn't know, on hit is +3. Generally you push the opponent back though, so you can't get pressure after it. You only really get pressure if they press, but most people just backdash if they know the situation to get out of that pressure. Can't do much. So logically, being a V-Skill 1 kind of guy, of course I'm going to confirm that into V-Skill, right? Not quite. If you confirm into V-Skill, no matter how early or late you confirm it, look at the frame data. Ken is -1. So okay, I'm not punishable. However, I'm kind of in a situation now where I have to sort of like delay tech, because if they throw me, I'm going to have to either throw. Do I just block? Do I rip EXDP? It's not a situation that's in my favour at all. Now I've pondered this many times. How much advantage should I have there? And I think +1 is fair. Imagine a Ken main talking about fair. So why I'm saying +1 is because say if the opponent has good reactions and wants to jab and they have access to a 3 frame, +1 situation, you remember, I'll get a trade now. If I press a 4 frame, they press a 3 frame while I'm +1, we'll trade. So I think that's fair. I'm saying that reluctantly, but let's keep it fair. But if they don't have access to a 3 frame, they only have a 4 frame, that means I will get pressure now. So I can do like that into run, frame trap off the +1. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. That's as simple as it needs to be. No more. Don't need to overcomplicate it any more than that. I won't get throw pressure, technically, because I'm only +1. If they mash 3 frame, the 3 frame will beat the throw. So that is a situation you'll be faced with. But you should get reward of confirming this. And if it's too easy to confirm, to be fair, it's really easy to confirm, then Capcom need to make this a bit more difficult to confirm. A bit like the stand heavy punch. That is not easy to confirm raw. You can see there, that's kind of my reaction timing. You can see there I'm not getting it. You gotta be really early on that. That's probably the latest you'll get it. And that's not, I think it's like 13 frames or something silly like that. So you have to really, you only confirm this on hit if they whiff. So that's hard to confirm. I think stand heavy kick should not be that difficult, but I think they should make it easier and give you more reward for that. So a nerf and a buff, make it harder to confirm, but reward the opponents. You know what? If you're gonna make it harder to confirm, +2, +2. Give me some pressure. Give me some pressure. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So make it harder to confirm. Call it like an 18 frame confirm window, perhaps. If it's over 21, sorry, it's over 20 now. I don't have the details with me, but it's super lenient to confirm this. It must be about 25 frames, I reckon. Something stupid. But yeah, give me some reward. Make it harder to confirm, but give me some reward if I cancel it into the V skill. Because if I'm honest, there aren't any situations really where mediums you're not confirming into V skill. Stand heavy punch you're not confirming. Give the V skill some utility out of combos. Give him some pressure that's actually plus. I think it'd be quite unique as well because he doesn't have that. I mean, if you do confirm this to V skill, but you don't pressure, you are +3. But you really should be confirming that into like Itatsu, which I didn't do. So give me some pressure, man. Give me some kind of follow-up, some reward for confirming the hit. I mean, yeah, okay, you've got V trigger activation, but we're not talking V trigger. What about the situations where I don't have V trigger? So that's it, guys. That's literally my 5 buffs. I think those would be some great quality of life changes for Ken. Nothing really drastically changes with him, but it just means the tools he has. The X Fireball would be the biggest change there, but everything else is just like it moderately improves or makes him more consistent in areas. So yeah, that's the video, guys. Hope you've enjoyed watching. I'm probably going to regret saying this, but chuck your wish list in the comment section of the video. Let's have a look. Let's have a laugh at some of the comments. See what you guys want. AK-47s, grenades, yeah, just whatever you want. Drop it in there. Guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you soon. Take care.